Okay, everybody's been asking for us to do a restuffing video. So we are going to take my newly acquired baby Keone and restuff her with this fabulous stuffing called, what's it called? Angel Silk, and we get it from Bountiful Baby. And that's a good place to get
And how much is each box?
About $20, I think.
For each
20,
box?
$25, I think.
But this is a 2-pound box, and it lasts a long time.
It does, and it's so squishy and wonderful.
It's like
angel hair.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
And this is the nasty stuffing. We're saving that in case we might give some of our dolls to the elderly in
the nursing home.
The nursing homes. And if we do that, we're taking the nice stuffing out. Because they won't care.
They won't care. They won't
And
know.
we're trying to be better with our money. So.
Yes.
All right. So what I do first is I used to use like a really thin spoon to get down in. Sometimes that doesn't work very well. I try to pry the head off, because the reason why I don't want to cut it, and please, we're new at this, if anybody knows a better way, and like, you guys are idiots, you're doing it wrong, please tell me.
Yes. We like to be idiots.
But this seems to work a little better. My mom had some, what are these called, Mom?
Hemostats.
Hemostats. Are these left over from your nursing days?
Yes.
Okay.
No, they're left over when I used to pinch your dad.
But anyway, and you can zoom in, Mom, too.
Okay.
If you need
well,
to.
I'm having a hard time holding it straight.
Why don't you put it on your lap and hold it down?
Well, because then I can't get your pretty face.
Oh, please spare me. Yeah, I'm a hot one.
Okay, I'm going to zoom in on your handiwork.
Okay, are you doing that now?
Yes, I am.
Oh, and the reason why I don't want to cut is because we don't want to waste the body, even though she's as stiff as freaking... And, you know, if people say all you have to do is hold the body and then turn, well, who wants to do that when you're sitting the baby down? You don't want to, you know, you should be able to flop them down like that. Like a lot of the other, well, not a lot, but some of the other new bodies are so loose that the baby easily moves.
Yeah.
But anyway, we would like to switch her whole body out, but that's just not been working so well lately.
No.
Just because we don't seem to find the right, like this body's great, but the arms are really big.
Yeah.
And then it makes them look like a football player.
Yeah.
So anyway, what we're going to be doing in this video is just restuffing and making her head be able to move. So I stick the hemostats down in here because they're stronger than the spoon. And I just kind of, you probably won't be able to see exactly what I'm doing. Wow. But you got to be careful. You don't want to, I ruined a body once with these hemostats because I poked it through the fabric.
Yeah.
And this is the hardest part for me. See, I'm starting to pry it off.
Oh, that looks brutal.
My mom doesn't like to watch normally, but it's just, these kind of babies, Mom, they don't have pain.
I know, but I do.
See, it's starting to come off now. I can get rid of those and just kind of pop it off, all right?
Good.
We usually leave the nasty stuffing in the head because it doesn't matter. Her little hair, Mom, is coming off a little bit.
Oh, no.
But no, she's got good hair.
She does have good hair.
So now she's ready to have an out-of-body experience.
An out-of-head experience.
Okay, so now that I've got the head off, now I can find, I kind of spread the fabric apart. I can tell where the head of the zip tie is. Now I've got to put on my bifocals because I can't see because I'm old now.
You're not old.
Oh, I'm 53. I'm no spring chicken.
You're still my baby.
So anyway, I find that. Can you zoom in on that, Mom?
Yes, I can.
And so I see the zip tie, and I cut. And I cut right below the head of it, and then I try to fish out. Here we go. See, now you can pull it out.
Yay.
And throw it away. And then I take out all the nasty stuffing, and we've been throwing it away, but I'm keeping it for...
We give our dolls to the old people.
Well, it's a nice thing for us to give the dolls away, but do we have to have the expensive stuffing in there too?
No.
And also, we're also going to save the gravel butts.
Yeah.
And because they won't care about that either. No. This is a gravel butt.
Yes. And then then you weigh it and see how much it weighs, right?
Yeah, well, let me get all this nasty stuffing out first. Now, when I'm not changing out the body, I do not take the legs off.
Yeah.
You can, if you want to make the legs turn, you can do that. Like if she were full limbs,
Mm-hmm.
I would take her legs off of there. Well, this would be a different body if she were full limbs.
Right.
But you can actually loosen up the, like I've heard that Sweetie Pie can't sit. That's another doll from Paradise Galleries.
Right.
If you loosen up the zip ties on that, and you can see, I cannot rotate her leg,
Yeah, it's
because the
terrible.
zip tie is so tight.
So tight, yeah.
So if you wanted to do that, we can do that in another video. But right now, I'm not messing with the legs. Okay. All right. Now, before I weigh this, though, what I do is I fill her with a little bit of this really nice stuffing first, okay, to give her new bag of glass, because we don't use that stuff. I'll show you what we use in a minute. But anyway, I put like a nice little soft bed down in her bum for the bag of weighted material that we use.
Yeah, because you don't want her bum to not have any
Yeah, I don't want to put
stuffing
I don't want to put the bag of
gravel.
weighted stuff right on her skin, I guess you should say.
Right.
You know, I like it to have like a
Cushion.
layer of,
A cushion, just
so I
like
can
we
feel,
have.
Yeah. And I also like to feel down there of the legs. You're going to feel these things. These are the arms, but they're also down there. I like to make sure there's a lot of stuffing around that so it doesn't rub up against the bag of weighted material that we have down there. So I want to put a little bit more in there.
See, she does the stuffing for the most part. Now, I have done it, but
You're more of the wig person.
yeah, I'm wigged out.
Okay, now I'm going to set her aside for now. And then I'm going to be concerned. Okay, we use, these are about, what, $10 for?
Yeah, for 10.
Well, no, 10 pairs, so you're going to get 20 of these.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We use these, and this is our last one, but thank goodness we ordered another one.
Yeah, I get them from
Oops,
Amazon.
missed. And they're just the knee-high hose.
Yeah.
And probably going to need to order some more of these in due time. This is finely ground glass beads.
Yeah.
And I wish, do you know exactly the company we got that from, Mom?
Yeah, we got it from Bountiful Baby.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay. And we bought these on sale. I think they were like, I forget how much.
I can't remember, but
It's been a
I
long
think
time.
they're still on sale. So we should probably order some more.
So, but what I want to do first is weigh her old butt. So I have a kitchen scale.
Where is it? Oh,
Down
there it is.
Oh, wow. She only weighs 9 7/8 ounces.
Wow. How much did Big Boy weigh?
Big Boy weighed 10, and guess what? We've had smaller, like Dearly Loved, weighed 14 ounces.
Go figure.
Makes no sense.
Somebody can't count.
So anyway, she's not very weighted, and she's kind of a big doll. So, Mom, do you want me to do 11 ounces with her?
Yeah.
At least
she's 9 point what?
9 7/8. Normally, I go up just a tinge.
Yeah.
Like if we didn't want her to, if this was normal, I mean, this is not normal. This is not much weight. Like say it weighed 10 and a half. I
Yeah.
would go to like 10 7/8 or something like that. Okay. But in this case, since she's not weighted very much, we're going to just go ahead and kick it up to 11.
Yeah, I
Right,
think
Mom?
that's great. I think
Okay.
that's a great.
Are you sure 11 is good enough?
Yes. What do you think it should
Well,
be more?
Dearly Loved was freaking, what was she?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. We just said that's another thing about getting old. That's just what happens.
It's
All
a
right.
senior moment happening
she's-
every minute.
She's 9 7/8, and so I put this in here. And yes, I've made a mess with this stuff before. My mom has said I like to put this funnel in here, and I just kind of hold it. But people might have other ways. I kind of just like to get the job done, so I just kind of do that.
And it doesn't matter if she makes a mess because she's at Mom's house, and Mom always has a sweeper.
Yeah, but you didn't feel that way when I was a kid. If I made a mess.
No, but I wasn't a sweeper fiend back
And then, see, it's very finely ground. Maybe, Mom, you can get like a close-up on that here.
then. Yeah. It's really, really really, really fine.
It's like sand.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
And I've gotten some glass that hasn't been as fine.
You have a botten. You bought.
I said gotten.
Oh.
I didn't say botten.
Well, gotten's just as bad.
Well, still, I have gotten. You're right. But still. Anyway, oh my gosh. I hate English, and my mom loves English, and my grandma was an English teacher. Fine.
And your grandpa was a journalist. He worked for newspapers, so you can't escape.
Hey, I'm learning, though.
Your grandpa and grandma are up in heaven correcting your grammar even as we speak.
Yeah. Okay, so now this is 10 3/8. So I'm going to have to open another bag, which we only have, this is all we have left, Mom.
2 bags. 2 1-pound bags.
Yeah, we don't have any more glass
Oh,
left.
boy. We'll have to order some more.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to wait till my Social Security check comes in.
Well, we're going to wait because I don't want to spend any more.
I don't either.
All right, 10 1/2. Now I'm just going to pour in just a little more. Now it's 11 1/4. I think that's good.
fine.
Okay. So then,
Good.
also, if you have this kind of scale, it's nice because if I spill it, it is in here.
Yeah.
And then I, of course, use these things that I think are very hard to do. For some reason, my mom doesn't have a problem with them. Oh,
I'm strong like
looks like I
ox.
found another. Oh, that's another. Never mind what we call them.
You don't want to know.
But that's another thing.
Right.
It has some of the glass in it. Yeah, that I guess I could have used that. Yeah, me and my mom, we crack jokes and stuff, but we won't do.
Well,
certain
they
things.
can't tell that we're funny at all. I mean, because we're so serious all the
Yeah,
time.
we're not serious. Yeah, but we make funny jokes amongst ourselves that we really shouldn't do on YouTube. Anyway, we have this. Right, Mom? Okay. All righty. Oh, look at that. Okay, never mind. Okay, now we're going to put it in the body. Okay, seriously, we have got to get control of ourselves.
I always got in trouble when I was in school for laughing.
Oh, I could never control my laughter when I was a kid.
Well, and you didn't have the nuns to worry about. I always got sent out in the hall.
Whew.
Mary Janet, go out in the hall. You're giggling. And I'd go out there. And the principal's office was right across from where I had to stand with a big picture window. And one day she came hauling herself out there. And she said, "What's the matter? Why are you out here?" And I said, "For giggling." And she said, "Why?" And I started laughing.
Sounds like something I do.
She said, "Wipe that smile off your face," which made me laugh even more.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it was
And you know you're not supposed to laugh. It really makes you want to laugh. All right,
Okay.
so I've got her bag in her body. All right,
Good.
it's under there. It's nice. It's on the nice little
It's
bed
cushioned.
of cushion that I put in
Yes.
there. So now I'm putting in some more, and I'm kind of putting it down around in here.
Yeah.
I'm kind of trying to envelop the weighted bag now.
Yeah.
Now I'm putting it along the sides to try to make sure it gets around that disc so that doesn't like keep rubbing up against the bag.
Yeah. One thing about this stuffing, though, after a while, it settles sort of, doesn't it,
It
Kirsty?
does, and then I feel like, because, you know, it's like how other people have said, stuffing depends on the person. You know, you might want to really stuff it a lot if you like your babies to be stiff, or you might not want to stuff it much if you
Right.
like them to be floppy, and I kind of like a floppy baby, so
Yeah, I do too.
I didn't stuff it much in the past, but now I'm stuffing it a little more because it will settle.
It does settle like
Yeah.
what's Willow, like Dearly Loved. She's even settled.
She has?
Yeah,
I just stuffed her not long ago.
I know.
Okay, so I'm just kind of, it's really not that hard. You know, you just kind of have to, you just feel your way around, and
Just stuff it
like
like
I
you
could
want.
feel that the bag is right up against there, so now I'm going to
Put some more.
put some stuffing right where that bag is because I don't want the bag touching the skin. I don't like it when it does that. I don't like to feel it
Yeah.
I like it to be encapsulated in this stuff.
You want it to be weighted, but not felt,
Yeah.
sort of.
Right.
And I've also seen on Bountiful Baby, they sell something called fat pellets. I have no
Those-
idea what they are.
I think that they're poly pellets, Mom, maybe. But I could be wrong. Like,
I
I don't
don't
know
know.
for sure.
I don't know.
But why do we want those? We love the ground glass. The
Yeah.
ground glass just, it doesn't feel pebbly at all.
Right, right. It just feels like a weight, but not.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's odd. I can't explain it. But it's nice. It's just
Well,
pretty.
I'll tell you what, even though we can't change these limbs sometimes, at least we can change the head to turn.
Yes.
And that's important because sometimes you want to lay the baby down on her belly or something.
Yeah.
And you want to turn her head.
Yeah.
Or she wants to look at you.
That's right. Or she wants to look at one of her friends.
Yeah.
Because I have two babies in there that like to sit in what I call, well, it's actually a doll crib, but don't tell them that. And we call it the gossip crib. And they go in there and sit and they talk
Yeah, they
for
do.
days.
But if boys sit in there, it's not the gossip crib. They talk shop or
Yeah.
something. I'm probably going to need some more of this, Mom.
Oh, I know. It just, no, we have another box.
I know
in
we have
there.
another box, but,
Gosh, Kirsty, we go through this like,
well, how many dolls have we been buying, Mom?
I know. Well, we need to stop.
All right, you're going to have to pause it, and I'll be back because I've got to get the other box.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. All right, so here we are with our new box. Oh, and look how it puffs up.
Look at that.
So they really
Pack it in.
shove it in there.
It's 2 pounds.
Yeah. And it does last a while, but if you buy as many dolls as we've been buying lately, it doesn't. But we're slowing down, though. We really are. We're chilling. We're taking a chill, aren't we, Mom?
We have to.
Yeah. And make sure to get it around like in her little shoulders. Oh, the zip ties. We buy these from Bountiful Baby, right, Mom?
Yes.
I went to Lowe's today to try to get them cheaper. And I found long ones at Lowe's, but when you get the long ones,
They're
they
big.
have the big
Yeah.
thing on the end.
Yeah.
And these are long with the teeny tiny little thing on
Right.
the end.
Right.
So I could not find any at Lowe's. And I'm not getting one with a big thing sticking
No,
out like
you
that.
don't want that.
All right, so we're only going to use one zip tie. And that goes, you got to find the hole that the other one came out of. It can be a little tricky putting it in. I kind of like to feel if there's any fabric kind of being threaded back this way.
Right.
And if that's the case, that's where I like to start it. But
Oh, okay.
because otherwise it's going to be hard to.
Yeah.
And
Otherwise,
then you have to look and see, like, this is bent this way, so you would think it would go that way, but no.
No.
It's actually has to go in the
This way.
flat way.
Okay.
Go in that way through
Okay.
the flat way.
All right. Can you
Okay.
can you let her out? Because I think she might have to go to the bathroom.
Can you pause it again? then?
Yes.
Is it going?
Yes.
Okay. So now I gotta put on my bifocals because I can't see a dad burn thing. Because I'm just so young and hot.
We both are.
I know it. I'm worried about us having a YouTube channel. People are gonna see us.
I know.
They're gonna want to,
Find us.
yeah,
Yeah.
because we're just so hot. It's the truth. Now I'm having a hard time getting this one in there. There we go. All right, so in it goes. And now this is the tricky part, trying to get it. You just kind of have to feel for, oh, there it is. Okay. But sometimes it gets caught up in some
Yeah.
fabric that's bent back the
Yeah.
opposite way. And then what I do is I go ahead and thread it through.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. And then, okay, so now it's ready to go.
Okay. Good.
Okay. But I still feel like I'm going to
Put more
put
stuff
a little
in.
more stuffing
Yeah.
in her.
Because that is going to settle. I love the way she's got those chunky arms.
I
and
know.
Make like the
And
chunk marks.
you're going to have to look online, but I think she's probably gentle touch. She feels a little firmer. But
Yeah.
she's not a bad gentle touch. She's not. We've had some gentle touches that have been super hard,
Yeah.
and she doesn't feel bad. I mean, you can move her
She's
fingers.
She's
you know.
cuttable.
Yeah.
Cuttable.
Cuttable?
Well, squeezable.
Yeah, squeezable.
Unlike my big boy, who's hard as a rock.
Yes, and he's cute and everything.
He's cute, but
I got one, and I made it a girl, and she's adorable, but
their arms are straight out, which
yeah,
I don't
straight
like.
out.
And so anyway, they'll be a good duo to take to the nursing home because some sweet old lady will
Yeah.
love them.
And I love them, but it's like, gosh, if
I
they
love
just
them
made it with
too.
some softer vinyl.
Yeah,
And some people might not mind the hard vinyl, but I just personally don't.
yeah, I like the squishy kind.
All right, so we're just going to put her right back on. We do not take this thing out or anything, that PVC pipe.
How about that
stays.
stuffing that's around her neck on the
Oh, well,
outside?
yeah, I can get rid of that if you want me to, but if you're particular.
There you go.
And then try to make sure no stuffing is like flowing out.
Coming
of her.
out, yeah.
And then I just kind of have to get it started. But I don't want to make it too tight yet. It's on there very loosely right now. So that's when I like to kind of feel her. But I think she's stuffed pretty good, Mom.
Okay.
Normally I have my mom feel her if
Yeah.
it's my mom's doll.
Yeah,
But I've been stuffing her fuller lately, Mom. So
good.
All
Well, I'm
so-
sure whatever you do is right, honey.
Now I've tightened it a little more, and then I check to see, yes, her head
Oh,
still
that's
turns.
awesome.
And then I look to see if it's really too loose, and I think it is,
Okay.
because I don't want her head to fall off. So
No.
just a little more. And I think
Good.
that's perfect.
Perfect.
And it's not too loose because it's not gaping right there.
Yes.
But she can still turn her head very easily.
She says her name is Zazu Zizzleberry.
All right, so
Or
now,
Zizzleberry. Depending on how you want to pronounce it.
okay, can you get in close here, Mom?
Yeah.
Do you know how to zoom in?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to take these scissors and I'm going to snip right like that. Now it
Sharp.
hurts right there. So
So,
we found out, go ahead, Mom.
yes, I was watching a video on somebody doing this. This is how you learn. And she used a nail trimmer for cutting her zip ties.
Yeah, but at first we were doing this business, the nail files and going,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's not as good as this.
Oh, this is amazing. You just use the nail file. Now,
I mean the nail clippers.
Kirsty, Kirsty cuts it first and then goes over it with the nail clippers. And it
Yeah,
makes
just-
such a difference.
And just get right down to the top of that. And then it's nice and smooth.
You won't believe the difference. It's
Now, if you-
just amazing.
I like to, if you can, kind of push this thing back in there, but
Yeah.
sometimes you can't do
Yeah, you
that.
can't just do it.
Sometimes you can, like maybe I'll take this and kind of,
Poke it back in. Or
well, I pull
Spread-
up
yeah.
on this and then at the same time, see, I did it with that, Mom.
see, because you're a professional.
Yeah, right. Okay, now it's really good. If you can manage
Good.
to get it back in there, that's
Oh,
great.
that's great.
So
honey.
it doesn't even poke out now.
Yay, you did a good job, as usual. My
And so-
daughter's wonderful. Did you know
And
that?
so that's our, now she still can't move her joints because
No, because of the way she's made. So aggravating.
it is very aggravating.
All it would take is just a little adjustment in their training or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen some bodies, some new bodies that are really nice and loose, and you can even see a gap, where it's so loose, and I like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there she is, and now my mom's gonna dress her, and she can just
Yay.
look around, and at least her head is free.
Yay!
Yay! Say
Okay.
bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, so I forgot to add on something. We didn't just restuff her so her head could move. With the nice Angel Soft stuffing, she doesn't sound like, I don't know. She just sounds nice and quiet and squidgy, and she doesn't have gravel butt anymore. It's very soft, very quiet, and she just feels good. So I just wanted to bring that up. That's why we restuff. It feels better, and mainly the gravel butt. We don't like how it goes, with that.
It normally doesn't do that till you get much older.
That's the
I
truth.
know.
Yeah. So anyway, that's why we restuff.
Okay, thank you, sweetie. Good job.
Thank you.